So, a bathrobe, a winter coat, foul weather gear is all that Malcolm owns besides his spandex costume.
Because he's so dedicated.
He's pretty dedicated.
Although he does have a few novelty tees from his bachelor party. Which he wears one of them. And what does it say?
Beaver inspector. And which they pull into their, ploy, which is amazing. It shows how much they're winging it and how well they work together. They actually show up in the scene at Rusty's doorstep. He's wearing a parka, waders, I think a Miami Hurricanes hat.
Which is random.
Yeah, and the Beaver Inspector t-shirts. So what, Goodwill did they stop at on the way over? I mean, is that just what he had in his closet?
Yeah, it's possible. He must have borrowed, I'm guessing he, borrowed the Miami Hurricanes hat from a henchman.
Maybe.
And, the waders.
So weird.
Well, it's part of his foul weather gear, I guess.
Oh, I guess.
And the parka?
Yeah, at least very true.
So, Rusty's super gullible, and, which is ironic because he's constantly being hunted by somebody.
Actively.
So I don't really understand how he's still gullible at this point, but he agrees to let them search the premises to look for beaver nests, which I think is really funny because he resisted until the point where they're like, all right, well, sign this thing that said that we were here and warned you. And he was like, oh shit, all right, I'll let you in. He just doesn't want to be responsible for anything.
Yeah, which leads to some really hilarious beaver sounds. And calling Dr. Venture Tad, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then the Rusty is so lonely that he invites them to have cocktails with him.
Oh my god. But then he pulls out this family album and he starts going through the photos and he's showing the monarch. And it's possibly the most paternal thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's definitely up there.
He takes photos of them and puts them in an album.
And an album, yeah.
Or did Brock do this?
I was going to say.
So then we start the Sphinx and OSI montage, kind of the juxtaposition between the two. So you've got OSI has this giant Avenger-style flying aircraft carrier, and Sphinx has a whiteboard.
All of old Sphinx is already familiar with Sphinx, and they say that they fought the Pyramid Wars 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Gary's like, oh, I didn't know you were an OSI.
Oh yeah, right over his head. And then the OSI is explaining that they're going after the guild hardcore now. That is their number one operative.
Which is going to be exciting to see.
Yeah.
Also, it's Tinkles forever and ever.
From now on.
Amen.
New Sphinx picks up some fun nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
The Storm Shadow Dad chooses Windsong.
Which is, yes, an ancient perfume by Prince Machiavelli. I know this because my grandmother purchased it for me at one point. And I'm not joking when I say, it smells like that sweet, decomposing squirrel smell. If the squirrel is bathed in baby powder. That is not an exaggeration. But it's also possibly an ElfQuest name. And that's deep cut for my super nerds out there.
So Snake Guy picks Diamond Backdraft.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Get it? Diamondback?
Draft.
Okay.
Because he is Lord of the Legless Beasts and Keeper of their Fire form. What?
What?
Because dragons?
Because dragons?
His fire guns?
I'm confused.
I don't know.
So the Sphinx commander, after being shot down the first time, chooses Daddy Warlord, which I guess is
Daddy Warbucks?
Daddy Warbucks, yeah. But I would have gone with Dr. Denim. It's full denim.
He is full denim. It's kind of glorious, though. And Hank assumes his Destiny costume with surprising ease.
I am a golden goddess!
And sitting all cross-legged and all of a sudden he's a little ladylike.
Yeah. So then Gary tries to hand out workbooks, which are super cute, and personal pizzas, which I'm sold. That's all I would take.
Are they gluten-free? So back at the OSI, Brock and Shore Leave are getting chewed out by hunter-gatherers for letting Gary mess up their mission. Yeah. On the plus side, Brock looks great.
I thought you'd appreciate it. He looks very sharp.
Yeah.
It's a good color for him.
He's trim and looking.
It doesn't leave a lot up to the imagination.
I don't need to imagine.
So it's really cute how they're still like obviously moving in. Like all the boxes have like up arrows on them. There's like cans of paint everywhere. There's like guns buried in packing peanuts. Like,
yeah, the details are really great in that part.
Incredible.
So Shore Leave and Brock are sent to go tell the giant man baby that playtime is over.
But the giant man baby, in the meantime, and the rest of Sphinx are on board their airship, which is Khafra, the man-faced lion, aka like a Sphinx.
A Sphinx. Yeah.
And it's actually Khafra is probably an old pharaoh. I don't know why I had to say old. He's a pharaoh. That's probably like the famous Great Sphinx in Egypt.
So they reveal themselves, and we find out that Old Sphinx made you get a cyanide chip in your brain, and it's activated if you ever turn on them. But the whole team only has a year left to live because the chips are about to wear out.
It's just kind of depressing. I thought about the dad guy.
I know.
That's like his poor kid that loves chapstick.
I know, here he is grumbling about chapstick, and he's got a year left to live.
I know.
So they all want to go out with a bang, and they've set off to destroy the OSI. That is their bang.
Yes. And we have this like super deja vu moment. I'm sure you felt it.
Yes.
When you've got another villain claiming one of the Venture boys, who just happens to be dressed in drag or whatever, as his love, and is a countess/baroness again.
I know.
And is like being
How does that keep happening?
to sit on their lap. Although Hank takes it much better than Dean did.
So then the Cobra Commander gets crossbowed to death.
I know, it was
which was
sad.
very sad. The OSI boards the ship. And Brock gets to interact with Hank again.
Yay! It's interesting how Hank isn't as morbidly depressed about Brock anymore. It's like he's matured. Like, that was his maturing process.
He's kind of accepted it.
Yeah, he's happy to see Brock, but it's not like... I mean, he has his own thing going on now.
It's not like, oh, Brock, when are you coming back to us?
Brock, you're my whole world.
I miss you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Unlike Holly.
Those are real feels.
So Brock gives the crossbow back to Gary because he feels bad. Because Gary feels obviously so bad, and he's like, I'm a complete loser.
It was a sad moment.
Yeah, and Shore Leave was like, you punish yourself enough.
Yeah.
So,
now I understand. At the very end, the Sphinx headquarters and giant ship are destroyed. Now Gary's homeless.
Yeah, so what's going to happen to him?
I don't know. Maybe he'll just hang out in the yard or something. Not as the bodyguard.
He doesn't have a lot of options.
He's really running out of options. But Hatred and Dean get to spend some time together.
No. It's like this really cute heart-to-heart where Hatred admits that he sucks at being a bodyguard, which we're like, kind of.
Yeah, we all know that.
Dean admits that he has some things to work out. And that he knows too much.
Yeah. Although the Black on Black kind of predates his clone revelation.
It does. Like, right? Because he went over looking like that to the dude's house.
But I think that it started as like Dean was just trying to be tough and different, and then it actually started to reflect how he felt inside.
That's actually pretty legit. And then Hatred tells him, "You're the best, Dean."
He has no idea what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't. But it doesn't make it any less true.
It's true. So we saved the best for last. The Monarch finds a photo in Dr. Venture's album that he doesn't quite understand.
It's shocking. I mean, I was shocked. Did you feel weird when you're watching it? Like, what's happening?
I automatically was like, holy crap. What?
I never thought this day would happen.
I knew when he picked a photo out of the album that it was something about his past in relation to Dr. Venture.
So it's a photo of Jonas Venture and the Monarch's parents like schmoozing at what looks like a work picnic thing.
They were at Venture Industries, right?
And it was like with the picnic blanket and like the other people throwing football. That's kind of what I thought was going on.
Monarch and Rusty are sitting on a picnic blanket playing.
Yeah.
Although the Monarch looks like he might be yelling.
Yeah, I think Rusty's playing with his truck.
With the truck, yeah. And the Monarch doesn't remember this at all. Like, not at all.
And he's very stuck on that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he's fixated on.
Yeah, so I wonder if maybe his memory got wiped.
You know, I didn't even consider that.
Well, in this world, it happens pretty often.
What if it's more just psychological, like he's
Like
blocking it?
traumatized?
Yeah, and it's all like it's a subconscious thing, and it's like working itself out through his henching.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Also, what this really means is that Doc and Jackson have decided what happened,
Like where
and why he's so fixated on Dr. Adventure. Probably, right?
Right? Yeah. I feel like that decision. If they're revealing stuff, they have to know.
Yeah, that's true. Which is so unbelievably exciting.
So were the Monarch's parents employees that Jonas like screwed over?
It's very possible. Like he was pretty ruthless. I mean, like those orphans in the Mother episode where they're like he just abandons them.
But I mean, okay, but Malcolm's only pissed at Rusty.
That's true.
Like he never really talks about Jonas ever.
In fact, I think he says something like that. I think he even says something like praising him or just like disinterested in him. He's only obsessed with Rusty, which means that it could be like we've always had our hat in that it was some kind of parent trap situation, or that Rusty and the Monarch are connected via their likeness to each other, or something like that.
I want more of this storyline, only this. Also Brock.
And we won't get any of that.
No.
Next week it's going to be like, where's Orpheus been?
Adventure. The Outrider.
Adventure ensues. I miss Orpheus.
I do, me too.
So guys, we have some sad DragonCon news.
Yeah.
According to Doc's Facebook, it doesn't look like he and Jackson will be going to DragonCon this year.
No.
But it's been 3 years in a row, which is kind of a lot, and they are really, really exhausted.
And they're always so awesome, and they do so much stuff at DragonCon. And guys, they're writing us another season.
I know,
so it's really exciting. And I will trade this season for DragonCon.
It's pretty close, though. No, I'm just kidding.
No Kimson Albert in the credits this week?
I looked several times.
Who was that?
I'm either missing it or there's just not him in there.
He was on vacation.
Also, shirt club this week was Destiny/Hank, like, lying sexily. Also, Macaulay Culkin is wearing it. As the model. It's weird.
So, like us on Facebook, please.
Yes. Doc Hammer has 2 likes on Facebook, I noticed today. One of them is the American actor/director Robert Dunham of 60s and 70s fame. You might know him from Mothra.
I don't.
And us. So we feel very fortunate.
Yeah, we have a blog. Mm-hmm. It's veryadventurevodcast.blogspot.com. Mm-hmm. You can tweet at us. It's at veryadventuregirls, GRLS.
Correct.
And where else can they get in touch with us? Oh, we have a YouTube channel. That's probably where you're watching this right now, though. So we're hoping you've navigated the way here.
And an email address.
Yes. veryadventurevodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
So if you have any questions or you want to tell us that we're wrong about something very gently and nicely, just shoot us an email or send a like or a link or a tweet or a boop bop.
That's a lot.
I ran out of things.
Or beep. No, just help her.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. So we'll see you next week. Mm-hmm. We'll be reviewing episode 4, which plays this Sunday at midnight.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.